This is a Dodge Ram 2500 4x4 with a 6.4 liter Hemi, and it has the gas engine, not the diesel. And on the front we have a buck stop bumper, and I had enough room to add my CB antenna right here, as you can see. Now the cabling I ran along the bumper underneath, then up through the inside of the vehicle. Now underneath the floor here, you can see a hole back there. And that's where the wiring came in. Now, I ran the wires on top, and then I ran them through that side. So this way there was no drilling of holes or anything, okay? Now, you're going to see that's where the CB is. Now, there's like a little shelf underneath the dash, okay? And there was a piece of plastic, like a soft rubber. I took that out, and behind that was some holes that were in there. I was able to pass my cabling through there, my power cord and my PA speaker and my antenna. So it turned out pretty good. This way I didn't have to drill any holes. I didn't have to move anything. Now it wasn't easy. I mean, I had to do a lot of fishing with my fingers to do it. Now, a lot of guys are going to wonder, well, how did you get the CB to stay there? Because I don't have a bracket on the side. I didn't drill any holes in my dash or anything. So what I did was, I bought these Velcro pieces. They were about, I don't know, an inch wide with sticky on the back. And I was just put 2 of those across the top of the CB. Now then, I bought myself Gorilla Glue Crazy Glue. That really heavy duty Gorilla Glue. And I spread some of that on there. With the 2 Velcro mashed together, I then pressed it I pressed it right on top of the shelf there. And held it, for, 5 minutes or so. And it stayed. So now, you'll see she's on there pretty good. Now I can take that off if I want by just ripping the Velcro off. All the wires and everything, they're behind it, inside that shelf. Let's see. See if I can get some light down there for you guys. As you can see, there's no wire showing. Nothing at all. So, turned out pretty good. Now, I've got add a fuse to it. And you can see it turns on right away. So that works out really, really, really good. And it turns off with the key. Now I ran an add a fuse out of my fuse box, and my fuse box is underneath my hood. And I bought an extension power cable that connects to the back of the CB, which is fused, and then it connects to the add a fuse inside the fuse box. I'll have a couple links in the bottom when I use the add a fuse, the powering cable, I even bought additional wire I picked up to actually complete the job, but I'll have some links in the bottom if you guys want to pick up the same things. But that looks really, really professional. That CB does. And that comes up really, really good, as you can see. I've got a retractable item coming in for this. Now I could have hung this, I guess, over here someplace, but I've got a retractable thing that's going to hang on here on the mirror, and there's where it's going to hang up here. So this way it'll be out of the way. I'm still waiting for that to come in. So, but if you're having trouble installing your CB into your 2015 pickup truck, and I'm sure it's the same for the 1500 or the 25 or the 35, that turned out really nice. I didn't lose any space underneath the CB. I didn't drill any holes, so I'm not risking of cracking, and it worked out nice. But I'm going to tell you right now, it was not easy fishing that cord through there. I pushed the power cord from this side out, and then I was able to get it with my fingers. And as long as I had that, then I was able to attach my antenna wire to pull that back through. I put some electrical tape on it and then pulled it back through halfway. I was able to get that, and then I did the same thing for the PA system. But it's a nice clean install, and everything's working really nice. And again, I can take the CB off. I mean, it's got two pieces of Velcro going across the back. I could just pull that off and it'll come right out. And it's the Velcro that's actually holding it in place. So if you're wondering, I don't know if it'll come up in search for you guys, but if you're wondering how to install CB inside your 2015 vehicle, because some guys will put them down the sides, I really didn't like that. Or you could put them up on the dash. You know, I didn't like that either. But when I tucked it in there, I was like, wow, that's really, really, really cool. I figured that's really, really professional and looks really nice. And all your controls, you know, when you're sitting here, are right there. I mean, really easy to get at. I mean, literally, you've surrounded yourself in like a little cockpit the way I've done this. Very much room in these new trucks to where, you know, adding different things. I'd like to add a ham radio later, and I just don't know where I'd put that. You know, so I don't know where I'd put that. I mean, there's a cubby hole over here. Maybe I put something in there. Now, I did not run an external speaker. I didn't need it. I mean, when I had it on and I was listening to it, it was just loud enough where it is. I did not need the external speaker. I do have it, but I never added it. If I was going to add the external speaker, I'd probably run it with Velcro, and I probably would have ran it somewhere up in that cubby hole there. Is where I would have done it. Okay, there's a little rundown on how I've installed my CB inside my truck. If somebody else comes across it, maybe it'll help you out. Catch you later.